Okay, so I stayed on stage because I have the honor of announcing and welcoming to the stage a group of young students from different campuses who took off school, who traveled to DC, and who are calling on others in their generation to step forward, because there's never been the kind of radical, emancipating change we need without young people on the front lines. Show them some love.
Whoa. Tough act to follow. If you're wondering, yes, we are marching soon. Hold on, we're marching soon, everybody. My friends, my name is Bodhi Corona, and I am honored to be speaking in front of you. I'm not some prestigious leader or prominent figure. I'm not going to fool you. I'm no celebrity, politician, or policymaker. I'm just a 19-year-old student with a dream who hopped on a bus last night to get here from Connecticut because I had to. I had to, because the fallacy that the people in power will figure out this constitutional catastrophe is exactly that, a delusion. It's no longer about left versus right or liberal versus conservative, but a constitutional and moral dilemma between what is America and what is Trump's twisted manipulation of America. What is right and what is wrong. And the battleground which will decide what our future will look like for our children. And we have the historical opportunity and responsibility to be a part of that change. As the award-winning scholar and expert on authoritarianism, Matthew C. McWilliams said, "The path we are on in America leads to a hollowing out of our republic. It will result in the rise of a democracy in name only, where elections do not have consequences and the rule of law is replaced by the rule of the powerful." He adds, we need to remember something that has been forgotten by too many, which is that we are all in this together. All in, all together. All together. This unnatural struggle for power demands compliance and submission that each and every one of us must refuse. Refuse and revolt against fascism is in laughter and joy. Refuse and revolt in protest. Refuse and revolt in education. Refuse and revolt in song. And refuse and revolt in unity, community, grace, and kindness. If there are any students or young people out there with a passion awaiting their catalyst, or anyone waiting for the nudge they need, let this be that nudge. Let the students here today, in the audience, on stage, be that nudge. Let this beautiful crowd of patriotic believers, all of you, be that nudge. Will we allow our children to grow up in a country divided by petty arguments and the man-made problems used to divide us? Or will they grow up in a place where they are free to live as equal, beautiful individuals in a country that seeks equal opportunity for every single one of us? If we don't have hope, then what do we have? As Dave Matthews says, we gotta do much more than believe if we want to see the world change, and we're doing that here today. If you're listening on a live stream at home, on your phone, we need your voice, and we are counting on you. This doesn't end today. Stand up and show up for the country you want to see, and bring Trump's fascist house of cards down now, while we still can. All in, all together. Trump must go now. And get that damn freak Miller out of here too. Thank you very much.
Hello to my fellow students, fellow citizens, and fellow patriots. My name is Trevor. I am a student from the University of Massachusetts, Boston, and I am missing classes as we speak to be here in DC. No class or no job would ever prevent me from being here in DC, because time is wasting. Every second that Trump and his fascist regime remain in power is another second that goes towards stripping away our rights. Free speech is under attack. Education is under attack. The rule of law is under attack. You are under attack. People of color across the country are in very real danger and are being racially profiled and targeted by masked ICE agents with total impunity. However, it's not just people of color that are being grabbed off the street and brutalized. It's anyone of any skin color that stands in their way. It's children, it's priests, it's students, it's cops, it's anyone, including you. This is why we need to be here today. We need to stand up for each other. As Americans, as human beings, we need to stand up to the onset of white supremacy in our government. We need to remove Trump from the White House and his entire fascist regime. To those of you here today, thank you. To those of you who could not make it today, especially my fellow students, I understand why you may be apprehensive about what we're trying to do. We know how daunting this may seem. But will sitting and waiting for the courts or those bum Democrats to fix it accomplish anything? No! We have to do it ourselves. We have proven we are the real power in this country. Know that if you have not made it today, you still have time. You still have time to come to DC, to fight for what is right, to fight for your freedom, and to fight for the freedom of your fellow Americans. Thank you. Fuck Donald Trump and fuck ICE.
All right. Hi, y'all. I'm a biology student. My name is Cameron. I'm from California. If you're looking for a sign to stand up in this moment of time, this is it. We need you to make sacrifices right now. And I know when I say that it sounds scary, but it can be one of the most rewarding things you do. I've given up almost 2 weeks of making money from work, learning in my classes, spending my favorite holidays with my family, to be here. And not for a moment have I thought it's been the wrong thing to do. The people I've gotten to know, the work we've done together, and the movement that this is becoming has made it so freaking worth it. And I've also had to realize that I can retake a class next semester, but we do not have a lot more time to get out of this fascist regime's grip on our democracy. So, as an aspiring biologist, my motivation and will comes from my love of the earth and every living being on it, as well as a chance for future generations to live on a habitable planet. But every single person here has their own unique reason for being here. Every single one of you in this ocean of people. So whatever it may be, you need to keep that fire burning, and you need to bring it out in others. And if you at home are hearing this and you have that fire burning inside of you, you need to get to DC, and where we can drive Trump out. All right, one more. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. All right, thank you.